I got these peaches on sale at our local fruit stand, fruit market, and I love buying stuff like this, buying it in bulk, and it may have a bruise or something irregular about it. These weren't too bad. These were pretty good. I got this whole case for $20. There's like 30 pounds, I think. All right, you guys, I'm going to use a little bit of this while I'm cutting these up because it's going to take me a little bit longer. So I use about a teaspoon per cup. I've got about 3 cups over here of water. Now, this is just to keep my peaches. You can use vitamin C too, they say. But this is just to keep my peaches from getting real dark brown, okay? So I'm just going to slice these peaches like this, okay? Now, I'm going to make, I'll probably do a couple different things with these, depending on how much I get, actually. So we'll just see what happens. But I am going to make some pie filling. I might just do some simple canning the peaches. We'll see what happens. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the next one. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of these, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll go to the next step, okay? So don't go nowhere, and I'll just stay here and do all this work, and I'll see you in a little bit. See, that comes apart pretty easy, but you see how that did that? Let me show you real quick. Let me see if I can use this. Sometimes that'll do that, and then you got that seed in there. There. So just get a spoon or something. I'm using a measuring spoon. And you can pop that right out of there. There it is. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll be back here in just a little while after I get all these peeled and cut. Okay, guys. I have been on the phone since I got off with you an hour and a half ago. I have been on the phone with my internet provider and trying to fix this whole, it's a long drawn out thing, internet issue. Anyway, I think we're fixed and we're going. So this is going to be our jelly. Okay. Then when I say I don't waste nothing, I really don't waste nothing. This is our scrap, but it's not going to be wasted. It's going to go to the chickens. Okay. We're going to give these to the chickens. So no waste there. Our jelly, and then looky here. This is our peaches. Okay, we got to do those for 30 minutes. We're going to bring them to a boil, and then we're going to water bath them for 30 minutes for a quart. And then we're going to start on the jelly. It's already 9 o'clock. I did not think all this was going to take this long. I didn't think this video. I thought I'd whiz right through this video, but no, I had issues with peeling the things in the beginning with that. It's okay, guys. It's all good, though. It's still a beautiful day the Lord has made. No problem, okay? So let me get this going. Let me get this going and get these out in 25 minutes. I'm going to bring you back and show you what I'm going to do with this for the jelly, which I wasn't going to do that, but I might as well while I'm on here, right? And then we're going to give this to the chickens, okay? So stick with me, guys. Stick with me. It's going to get better. When we start making this stuff and getting it done, it's going to get better, okay? All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I've got 15 minutes left on those peaches. So I'm going to go ahead and start straining this, and I'm going to show you guys kind of what I do here. And so you can just kind of get the idea if you don't know how to do this. And I'm just going to take my cup, and I'm going to put it in here, and be careful, it's hot. Go ahead and turn the fire off. And I'm going to put it through this strainer, and I'm going to strain the juice off of it. Okay. That is going to make that, look at all that juice. I'm going to have to get another bowl. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this, guys, and I'll get back with you, okay? I pulled the peaches out. Aren't them beautiful? Aren't them pretty? Okay, listen. I've got my jars in here. I was going to do jelly next, but I've had a change of plans. Okay, it just works that way with me sometimes. So I've got my some more quart jars in here because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, and I used clear gel. You don't want to use, hold on, I'll get it for you. You don't want to use corn, just regular cornstarch, okay? So you buy the kind of cornstarch. You don't have to buy it from Hoosier Hill, but that's where I buy mine from. I buy a lot of my stuff from Hoosier Hill. But it's for canning, okay? Because that other will break down or whatever. I don't know the whole, scientific part of it, but you're not supposed to use it. So anyways, I got me my pot back on the stove, okay? And I'm going to show you this. We're going to run through this really quick because I didn't plan on doing this either, you guys. So we're going to put my cornstarch and my water. Now, my recipe calls for double. I don't have that many peaches, so I'm not going to do it. And I say peaches because I put some whole peaches in here with my peelings, and my peelings have just kind of cooked down to nothing. And this is going to make some good peach pie filling for me, okay? So I'm going to put about half a cup of lemon juice. We're going to turn the fire on. Cinnamon. We need some cinnamon. And I got enough water in here, I think, to go with that. I think that's going to be just plenty, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. I'll put in my peaches. If you want to use just you want to use your big whole peaches for your pie filling, do it. I've done it too. But I had this left over, and I'm just going to use it. Okay, I don't want to waste it. We're just going to use it. I'm going to add a little more water to that because I think it's going to need it. I don't want it to get too thick on me, but we want it thick enough where it makes a good pie filling. So you can't see what's going on here. Let me go get some cinnamon. Hold on a minute. I'm just going to put, let's see, my recipe calls for, now see, this is if I was doing 7 quarts. I'm not going to have enough to do 7 quarts, so I've split this recipe in half. So it's 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, so we'd say like half a teaspoon for my recipe, for this particular recipe here, because we're only going to have about half of that. And we're just going to let this kind of cook till it gets thickened. Now that's already cooked down because remember I made my jelly. I made my jelly liquid out of this, out of the peelings. And I use there's some peaches in here too. That's why it looks so good. If it was all peelings, it wouldn't look this good. That's why I'm going to use it though, because it does look good. And we'll check on these jars real quick. I really didn't plan on doing all this at once, but you're just going to ride along with me here. Okay, you're just going to come right along with me, and we're going to get this done, okay? So I got my peaches done. They're canned up. If I want to make pie filling out of those, I can later, okay? But I've got them tucked away, okay? They're looking good. And then I'm going to do my peach pie filling, and then I'm going to do my jelly out of that, okay? All right, so when this gets going, oh, it already is going. Let me get you over here where you can see it then. And then we're going to can. Now listen, don't sweat. If you don't know how to can stuff, I've got videos on that. Go back and watch them. I'll try to tag some of them underneath this video, okay? And go back and watch them. Very simple. You're using the water bath, okay? Water bath canner. You can do this. And let that get kind of hot there. And what we're going to do with this is, it's already cooked. We're going to thicken it up some. That's why I put the clear gel. It's a cornstarch, but it's for canning, okay? So that's what we're doing. I'm trying to hurry up, guys, because it's 10:30. It's 10:30, and I was just going to show you jelly. I was going to do jelly today, But that's why I said things just change with me, just, you know, like that, like that, like that. So let me get you down here where you can see this. Let me turn it down a little bit. It's going to get thick here in a little bit. And then we're going to put it in our jars. I'm going to get this out of the way. So when it thickens up real good, I'm going to bring you back, okay? All right, guys. Let me get my thing here. I got you on the wrong side. Let me put you over here. And here, this is my book. This is the book I make. And when I get a good recipe and I tweak it to how I want it, I put it in here. So I've got paper trail, paper trail, paper trail in case we don't have the internet sometime, okay? That's what you need. Now, I'm going to put this, I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. It's pretty thick. And it's going to get, it'll get thicker too as it sits. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. I hope you guys can see this. I don't want to get it too far away from my pan or I'll be making a mess. We're going to give it an inch headspace, okay? Inch headspace, about there. We might have to put a little more in it after I debubble it. I don't know how many quarts, probably 3.5, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Maybe not 3. That's too much. I put too much in there. Okay, we'll fix it here in a minute. That's a little too much for that jar. But we'll fix it. We will fix it. Put some in here. This video is going to be so long, you guys. I'm going to have to take out parts. I'll try to take out the less. It's going to give me 3 quarts. I'll try to take out the least important stuff. Okay, let me debubble this real quick. That's going to make some good pie filling. He sure is. You won't have those great big chunks of peach in your pie, but hey, it's still going to be good. Now see, I got more than an inch here, I'm pretty sure. We'll check it. I'm sure I do in this one too. Let's check. Where's my inch thing? Right here. Yeah. Let me get a spoon. You guys, if you could see my kitchen, you'd be like, my goodness, woman. Oh, I hate to take that big old piece out. Let me get something smaller. There we go. I don't like a lot of that peeling looking stuff in there, but a little's not going to hurt because when you buy at the store, it's got it, right? Sometimes. Sure does. Okay, so now what are we going to do, kids? Remember? Does anybody remember? Let me get rid of that. We debubbled, so now we're going to take our vinegar on our paper towel, right? We're going to go around and get the sticky. Get all that sticky off there. Okay, so I started using these. I haven't used them yet. This is my first time. So I'm really excited, super excited, because these are supposed to be like really, really good lids. And a couple of years ago when stuff was going on and you couldn't find lids, remember that year? You couldn't get lids? That was a bad time. Anyways, and I had bought some from overseas and paid a lot of money for them, and they were not good. They didn't seal. And so anyways, then I kept buying my ball ones, and then it seems like every time I do a batch, 1 doesn't seal or 2 doesn't seal, and it's frustrating because you go to all that work. You know what I mean? And then your jars don't seal, or they'll come unsealed later, and then you find it, and it's like, okay. So anyways, these are supposed to be really good. I've heard a lot of good reviews on these, seen a lot of good reviews on these, so I bought them. And they're very heavy and sturdy. They're called 4 jar lids. And I will let you know how they work out for me, okay? I'm doing something else. It's actually trying to cool down right now. I was making bologna. I'm making bologna. And that side, I need to turn that over. They're in the water right now, so, but I'm making bologna. Believe that? I am. I don't know what it's going to taste like because I've never made bologna. So I had that going too. I've had so much going at once. I am not a multitasker. I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't even know. Not very well. I can tell you that. Okay, look. This is starting to boil. Let me get you down here. Get you down here with me. I got my jars over here. They're boiling. I still do boil my jars. They say a lot of times you don't have to, especially if you're pressure cooking. But you know what? Why not? I just do. You know, it's kind of like anything else. They're like, one day they're like, do it. And the next day they're like, oh, you don't have to do it. You can do it this way. So you just do it to how you think that you should do it, okay? I'm not telling you to boil them, and I'm telling you not to boil them. My battery's going down on my phone now. That's lovely. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with this jelly, okay? When this comes to a rolling boil, now, if you're like, Chris, I don't know what a rolling boil is. I don't know what you're talking about. Go back to one of my other jelly videos. Watch it. I explain it. And I have one canning video where I explain it really good too, okay? You can do it. You got this, okay? You got this. Okay, I'm going to get off here before my phone goes dead though. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to bring this to a rolling boil. Then I'm going to put my sugar in it, okay? Put my 4.5 cups of sugar in there. And then I'm going to bring it back to a rolling boil, and I'm going to cook it for 1 minute. You with me? Okay. And then after that, you take it off the stove, and it's ready to put in your jars. And I'll bring you back when we start doing that, okay? Ooh, it's going to be good. I smell it. Oh, it smells so good. It smells amazing. All right, don't go nowhere. Okay, got it done, and it looks good. I got the plate in the freezer, so we're going to test it here in a minute. But it looks really, really, really good. So I'm going to get a... oh my goodness, they're all dirty. Hold on a minute. And Tim asked me if I wanted a dishwasher over at the other place. I said, no, I don't need one. Oh, I wanted to show you this. I want to show you real quick what I get off here. I had to plug my phone in for a minute too. You see this stuff? I don't know if you can see it or not. I take that off because I don't want that in my jelly. So I just skim that right off of there. Now they say that'll get kind of crusty and hard and you can eat it like candy. I never have because it's pure sugar, but yep, I take that right off of there. I'll tell you what, this is going to be some good jelly, you guys. It is. It surely is. You get all that off. Now I'm going to go get the plate. It hasn't been in there very long, but we're going to test it anyways. We'll just get a little bit we need. Can you see it? Look, it ain't even moving either. That's going to set up good. Okay, that's how you tell. You do the plate test, okay? Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Look at all them peaches. Peach pie filling, sliced peaches. And I put my thing over here again. Okay, let me get my jars out. Now, as you know, jelly you can have really close to the top. You don't have to have a big headspace. I like to try to go right underneath my thing, my funnel. That's a good amount, and it's some of this stuff's getting back in the jelly, so I'm probably gonna have to dig it out with a spoon. I've got so much of this juice. It's unreal. Unreal. So it's going to make a lot of jelly. Or, like I said, I may just can the juice. And then I'll have it for later if I want to make something out of it. I did my grape juice that way, you guys. I sure did. Then I made jelly on down the road out of it, you know. That's how that works. So it looks like we're going to get 6. There you go. Okay, so it made 6 half-pint jars. Now we got to clean this sticky off, okay? But you surely want that sugar stuff off there, that's sticky, because you want that to seal good. Finger tight, finger tight, finger tight. Whew, that's hot. Let me get this out of my way here. Finger tight. Okay. Now listen, you all get a glimpse of my dirty dishes. You just remember, Chris does her dishes by her hands. I don't have a dishwasher anymore. I did when we first moved here. I had a dishwasher. But it started acting up, leaking, and I was like, I don't need that. I can get these dishes done way before that gets done. I can have them done. And with me doing bread and all the stuff I do, I'm a better dishwasher than the thing. But I've been so busy right here lately that through this whole video, I've been so busy doing so many different things, I haven't had time to do no dishes, okay? So that's going to be my task after probably, I've got to get to town. I've got to get to town. And I'll probably come back and do my dishes, do some more jelly, and fix Tim some dinner. I'm going to be tuckered out. I'm going to be one tuckered out girl when I get back. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. Woo, my stove's dirty. And they'll be done. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I'll show you a picture of them when they get done. And I'm going to get this stuff going. I got to get going. And I love you guys. I guess until next time, Lord willing, I will see you all on the next video. Go buy some peaches. Bye. Okay, guys. Here's the other part of the peaches. Guess who's going to get them?